tonight, and then there were two.
We say goodbye to one of the best, Danny Goki, ladies and gentlemen.
As Danny leaves the Idol stage, what's next for Chris and Adam? Plus, how a local woman scored the golden ticket to see the Idol finale live. Caught with his pants down.
He's taking care of business and everything, just didn't take the time to completely dress up.
A soldier's family explains why he took on the enemy wearing only his underwear. Think you're safe surfing the net? Think again.
There are a lot of people with very voyeuristic tendencies.
The Fox 12 investigators discovered new ways to protect yourself on local Wi-Fi networks. But first, crooks hit a local shop and the owner gets tased and cuffed in broad daylight. What police want you to know about Fox 12's Most Wanted before they strike again, first on Fox. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shauna Parsons.
And I'm Wayne Garcia. First on Fox tonight, Salem police are searching for two suspects accused of breaking into a store and tasing the owner, even handcuffing him while the suspects ransacked the place. It all happened at Capitol Coin along Commercial Street Southeast, and help finally arrived after somebody noticed the store was locked up and the windows were covered in the middle of the day. KPTV's Chad Carter is live in Salem now with the details. Chad.
Yeah, and Wayne, the store owner says he's been in business for nearly 30 years and never once been a victim of a crime like this. But after today, he's going to have quite a story to tell after the robbers came in and went after his expensive coins.
And this door was closed, and so I think I went down like this.
And within seconds, Art Van Wertsen was on the ground, one suspect going after his gun, the other tasing him repeatedly.
It's kind of like grabbing onto an electric fence and not letting go. Yeah.
Salem police say about noon, the two suspects walked through the front door and attacked Mr. Van Wertsen, then handcuffed and blindfolded him, forcing him to the floor.
I was right here, face down, with my hands behind my back, and you can still see it a little red.
They then covered the store's windows and locked the door, preventing anyone from knowing what was going on inside.
See these holes right here? They brought the pins along to put the black plastic up.
A broken display case shows some of the damage left behind after the robbers shattered the glass.
I said, guys, what are you doing? Oh, we're sorry, we're sorry.
According to police, the two robbers spent about 30 minutes inside before running out the door.
I was listening. They never did mention each other's name. No. And basically just the one guy did the front and the other guy did the back.
It wasn't until a customer came by and noticed the windows covered up and the doors locked that police were called. That customer passing the suspects in the parking lot, who was able to give police a detailed description of what they looked like. Yeah, tonight, this is what police have released as far as those two suspects. The first is a white man in his late 20s to early 30s, about 6'2", 180 pounds. He had short, dark hair and long sideburns. The second was also a white man in his late 20s to early 30s, about 6'5" to 6'7", and 200 pounds. And a possible getaway car is a red or maroon-colored SUV or minivan. They got away with about 200 pounds worth of coins. If you happen to have any information on this case, you can call Salem Police. Live in Salem, Chad Carter, the 10 o'clock news.
Tonight, a man is accused of stealing thousands of dollars from people who are mentally and physically disabled. Clackamas County deputies arrested Jose Arazo Monterosa yesterday. They say he stole $12,000 from people he cared for at the Albertina Kerr Center in Milwaukee. Deputies say one of his duties at the home was to monitor patients' finances. Well, tonight, deputies say Arazo Monterosa has been released from jail while the DA works to collect evidence and build a case against him. One of his co-workers says she's sad it had to come to this.
Well, it's appalling, really. I mean, we don't like to hear this kind of information at all. We are here to protect some of the most vulnerable citizens in the state.
Albertina Kerr Centers has already reimbursed the patients the missing money.
Some new information tonight about a local soccer coach accused of sex abuse. Travis Ferguson will face fewer charges when he appears in court next month. His attorney waived his rights for an arraignment today. Clackamas County Sheriff deputies arrested Ferguson last month. They say he abused a teen girl he had coached. After his arrest, Thelo United Football and Oregon Youth Soccer Association both suspended Ferguson from their activities, that is, pending this investigation. USA Swimming has banned a Lake Oswego swim coach. Don King will no longer be allowed to be a coach or hold any position within USA Swimming. King was trying to get reinstated but withdrew himself from a hearing over his swimming credentials. His withdrawal cut short testimony from 3 women who who claim King sexually abused them as teenagers. Earlier this year, he was cleared of sex abuse charges involving Lake Oswego and West Lynn teens he had coached.
Only on 12 tonight, a local business owner says he'll now think twice about who he hires after he says one of his longtime employees embezzled thousands of dollars from him. Longview police say Connie Mesner stole from the Baker's Corner store on Ocean Beach Boulevard. KPTV Sophie Sung joins us live from Longview with more on the story. Sophie?
The owner says Mesner has worked at the store for nearly 30 years and was a close family friend. He won't say exactly how much money he believes she embezzled, but he does call this an expensive lesson. People have been walking through the doors of the Baker's Corner store in Longview since the 1930s.
This is a neighborhood place, and so, yeah, a lot of history there.
It's one of the oldest businesses in the city and is a family-owned establishment. So owner Terry Wallace says to have one of his trusted employees steal from him was a low blow.
I'm upset. I mean, I'm not happy about it. It hurts emotionally, hurts financially, and we'll see where it goes from here.
Longview police started their investigation last month after Wallace noticed that the numbers were not adding up. He believes Connie Mesner may have embezzled money over a period of several years. What disappoints him the most is that Mesner has been an employee for nearly 30 years.
Do you want to know the part about me knowing her husband or her first husband or her mom and her dad?
Longview police say Mesner is accused of stealing more than $2,000. We went to Mesner's house, but got few answers.
Not taking interviews.
I think it's crazy. I've known her for 12 years. I really cannot believe it. Like, she's always been super nice. I never would have suspected it ever.
Meanwhile, Wallace shows us a picture of Mesner with his late father and has a pretty good guess on how his father would have reacted to the allegations.
My dad was pretty close to her, and yeah, I'm sure he's rolling over in his grave now.
And Longview police say they've referred Mesner to the Cowlitz County prosecutor for first-degree theft. Reporting live in Longview tonight, Sophie Sung, the 10 o'clock news.
Tonight, local police hope these surveillance pictures will help them catch two fraud suspects. Police say they convinced someone to give up $6,000 in cash. See if you can help track them down in about 8 minutes.
It is a huge mess in Happy Valley tonight after deputies say an 88-year-old man confused the gas and brake pedals and then crashed right through the front of a business. It all happened at Johnny's 2 on Southeast 82nd Avenue tonight. This is video from the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office. Deputies say that the driver did hit a woman inside the building who medics then treated at the scene. The driver was not hurt. So far, no charges have been filed. A Battleground high school student is in trouble with the law, accused of bringing a loaded gun to class with plans to sell it. That's a picture of the pistol right there. Police say someone in Portland reported it stolen back in 1989. Cops are not saying how the teenager got that gun, but believe he was trying to sell it at school. Another student tipped off a school security officer about it yesterday. Police were called and arrested the student during lunch.
Now, Portland's first weather at 10.
Well, today was a very cold day. Good evening, folks. Mark Nelson here in the First Live Local Weather Center. Cold weather. We had a bit of a breeze this evening, and the rain now, at least at this hour, in most spots, it looks like the rain has tapered off a bit. But at other spots, you see some spots that are showing up on the live radar up in Vancouver. They look a little bit brighter. Some areas of yellow, which indicate a little bit heavier rainfall. Now, you can see the showers coming in from the west, and it looks like that'll continue here for the next few hours. So we've got more showers coming up overnight tonight. Now, as for the rainfall, we've had a good soaking today. In fact, a bit wetter than average now. As of today, we've gone above our average total for the month of May. We've got 2.79 inches, and I suppose that's good news because I think in about 3 days, you're going to have to be watering your yards and gardens as things really heat up. Hard to believe after today. Tonight, those showers, breezy, and we'll have that updated much warmer weekend forecast and the weekend getaway forecast for the coast, the mountains, and central Oregon in just a few minutes.
Bad news for people living in Clark County tonight. A new report shows a big spike in car thefts there. Top cops in Washington state released the numbers earlier this week, but they don't add up to what's happening across the rest of the state. KPTV's Mark Hanrahan is live in Vancouver tonight with the very latest. Mark?
Well, Shauna, this is that report that shows the statewide crime numbers. And while overall crime was down here in Clark County in 2008, the number of reported car thefts spiked dramatically.
We've added what they call a battery backup siren, which is...
In his line of work, Joey Botello was among the first to hear about car thefts.
We're hearing more and more about it, and across the street at the shopping center, there's been some car thefts.
He owns Audio Source in Hazeldale and says in the past year or so, he's been installing more car alarms.
Alarm system sales are up a little bit.
According to local law enforcement, Botello's sales are right in line with a new state report, which shows there was a 19% increase in reported car thefts in Clark County in 2008 when compared to 2007.
Well, you never like to see a bad spike, but usually with a bad spike, there's always a reason behind that.
Sergeant Randy Hollinger says while it's hard to pinpoint the exact cause for the spike, he says part of the blame can be placed on budget cuts and personnel changes within law enforcement.
So there was not a lot of emphasis put on auto theft investigations during that time.
But this year, he says that's changed. With the help of a $329,000 state grant, the Vancouver Police Department formed the Auto Theft Task Force, a team of 3 people, including Hollinger, solely dedicated to tracking down thieves.
We've strategically targeting people who are causing the most damage.
And it appears to be working. The latest numbers for this year show a decrease in reported car thefts of about 50% when compared to the same time last year.
In April of 2008, there were 180 cars stolen. This year, there was 100.
But it gives you the security and peace of mind, too.
As for Botello, he says people can help law enforcement by taking the proper steps to protect themselves.
No alarm systems, that blinking light definitely makes a difference, that they know that this isn't going to be an easy car.
Well, that state grant that funds the Auto Theft Task Force is a 1-year grant, although law enforcement does plan to apply for it again next year. Reporting live in Vancouver tonight, I'm Mark Hanrahan, the 10 o'clock news.
Cameras to catch drivers running red lights is a hot topic tonight in Longview. The city is looking into possibly installing the cameras at intersections, but so far nothing's official. Some people in the area organized a meeting tonight to talk about the cameras and some potential alternatives. They say the cameras really don't make for safer roads and might actually lead to more rear-end collisions. Around 3 dozen people showed up tonight, many saying that they're opposed to those red light cameras.
I believe that some of the other suggestions might work better, having the yellow light longer or having, a double red light or identifying it more.
Opponents say that they believe the cameras are really just a way for the city to make more money. The city says money earned from the cameras would go into a traffic safety fund. Well, it is a story that everybody seems to have an opinion about, and we can tell you tonight that a quadriplegic man will not get a ticket for parking in a disabled parking spot. We first brought you Gordon Pike's story yesterday on Fox 12. The Vietnam veteran says that he unfairly got the parking ticket at a local mall. Deputies still say that his parking placard was invalid, but they are eliminating that $360 fine now and just giving the man a warning. Authorities say that parking enforcement officers didn't think that they could cancel a ticket once they issued it. Deputies also add that the volunteers deal with about 800 people a year parking in parking lots, and they get very few complaints.
Having that low of a complaint volume is really good, and they generally have a pretty good rapport with people.
A parking enforcement officer tells us their goal is to protect disabled spots for people just like Pike.
In news around the Northwest tonight, a Washington deputy knocked a man into a coma, but it turns out the guy was innocent. A King County Sheriff's deputy tackled the man into a wall at a Seattle bus shelter. Surveillance video shows people pointing to Christopher Harris as a stabbing suspect, but his family says the police walked right past the real suspect who was covered in blood. The deputy is on administrative leave while the sheriff's office investigates the case. A Northwest city is getting called out by a well-known magazine. Forbes says Spokane should be known as the scam capital of America. The magazine reports scams originating there have cost people millions of dollars. Forbes points to Blue Star Technologies of Spokane, which settled a securities fraud case. The Better Business Bureau says people are sometimes more trusting of companies in rural locations. An Eastern Oregon teacher could lose his job after police say he tossed live bullets down the halls of a middle school. They say science teacher Timothy Wojtuzik was captured on surveillance video throwing the bullets at Jefferson County Middle School. Staff and a student found what police describe as several .22 caliber live bullets on hallway floors. Wojtuzik faces charges, and school officials say he's on paid administrative leave. Police say it's one of the strangest cases they've seen. They have no idea why he did it.
An emotional roller coaster tonight for a Washington woman facing eviction. She went to the ATM and then discovered that someone had deposited more than $270,000 into her account. Well, despite being on the verge of losing her home, the woman did the right thing. She notified her bank, which then said it had made a mistake.
It's a struggle. I mean, we're human and everything, but I said, you know what? I'm a child of God. Got to do the right thing, even though I have nothing.
Turns out the money belongs to King County, which the woman once worked for. When a teller issued her a new debit card last week, the system mistakenly gave her access to the jail's account.
Woodburn police are searching for two thieves caught on camera accused of scamming a woman out of thousands of dollars. It happened at the Walmart in Woodburn, and surveillance photos show the two men leaving the store with the woman. KPTV's Andrew Padula talked to the victim and is live in Woodburn with more on the story tonight. Andrew?
Happened at this Walmart here at the end of April. She says she was simply trying to help someone out, but when it was all done, she was out thousands of dollars. It all started inside this Walmart. The victim, who doesn't want to be identified, says she was shopping when she was approached by a man asking for directions.
Yo les creí su necesidad.
She says she believed they were truly in need. The victim believes the two men in this picture are involved in a scam and a made-up story of a car accident and a plot to get money for medical bills.
Y que el tío le habían quitado la...
She says the person had crashed into the man's uncle and then took off, and all he was able to get was that envelope and a small briefcase. The victim says in the envelope she saw pieces of gold the man was trying to sell. She says one of them said he knew someone at a nearby hotel who would buy the gold for $12,000.
Que supuestamente uno se quedó ahí.
She says they told her they were ready to sell the gold that evening. The victim says all she needed to do was give the men $6,000 in cash because they needed it right away. She drove the men to her own home, trusting they would come back that evening to repay her.
Me siento mal.
She says she feels bad and is really scared because the men were inside her home. The men never came back. The victim says they took off with the pieces of gold and all her money. Now she's on edge. She says whenever she's out on the street, she feels like the men are following her. She feels traumatized. Now she's hoping they catch the two men so they don't scam anyone else out of their hard-earned cash. Man, the first one was about 5'5", thin, and was wearing blue jeans and a blue jacket. The second man was about 5'6", and heavy set. He was about 40 to 45 years old, and he was wearing a striped shirt and cap. Now, police continue to review surveillance video from inside the store. If you have any information on this case, you're asked to call Woodburn Police. Reporting live from Woodburn tonight, Andrew Padula, the 10 o'clock news.
The 10 o'clock news is just getting started.
Someone is taking aim at people on the freeway. Now police are trying to find the sniper who's fired at more than 24 cars. It may be a convenience for you, but it's also an opportunity for crooks.
I can capture the data that they're sending to the web pages.
The Fox 12 investigators discover how easy it is for hackers to get your personal information on public Wi-Fi networks. A Happy Meal toy is making some parents anything but happy.
But they're saying the F word with the ing on the end.
Why they're furious about the music CD their kids got from McDonald's. And a local woman has her hands on some of the hottest tickets in the country. Why she'll be heading to LA to watch the season finale of American Idol live.
And a big soaker out there this evening, but things really improve. You're going to want to stick around for that 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
It's our best carpet sale ever. Buy any of our 15-year gold label carpets and get one room with a whole house installed for just $99. And for a limited time, we'll throw in the pad too. It's our best carpet sale ever at our best price. Hurry in.
Dial 503 Carpets.
Sleep Country's super sale ends soon. Save up to $500 on Beauty Rest and Posturepedic sets. Get 24 months free financing plus a free bed frame with Tempur-Pedic or the Sleep Number bed.
Spring is here and Memorial Day is on the way, so get geared up for great outdoor living at Bi-Mart. Enjoy entertaining with a 6-piece sling patio set and a Char-Broil gas grill. Save on Ames all-weather garden hoses and a Poulon self-propelled mower. Stock up on tomato and vegetable starts in the 4-inch pots. Right now, get 4 for just $5. Get bags of Bi-Mart brand outdoor planting mix or Filthy Rich bark mulch. They're 2 for just $7. Check for more savings in the membership bulletin. Sale prices end May 20th at Bi-Mart.
Notable endings in tonight's Fox 12 Final Cut, like the kick that came at the end of a police chase. Verizon is ending service to some of you. How you'll be affected.
And ending on a light note, the U.S. soldier caught with his pants down. The story behind the underwear. Those stories much more tonight in the Fox 12 Final Cut.
Working in the lawn and garden this spring? It's time for a tool that is versatile. It's time for a Steel Combi System. It can cultivate, it can edge, it can trim, it can even help with cleanup and much more. 13 attachments all connect to one power head, the Steel Combi Motor. The Steel KM55R Combi Motor Power Head is just $200. Save even more. Purchase a Steel Combi Motor and at least 2 attachments before June 30th and get half off the Combi Garage Hanger. Get the versatile Combi System at your servicing Steel dealer. Find one today at steeldealers.com.
Yo, 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 baby, this is your dog, Randy Jackson from American Idol. You've seen them on TV. Now come see them live, finalists from American Idol.
Check out Adam, Allison, Anoop, Danny, Chris, Lil, Matt, Megan, Michael, and Scott. American Idol's live, one night only. July 5th, Rose Garden Arena. Tickets are on sale now. Online at ComcastTix.com. The Rose Quarter box office, select Safeway and Tickets West locations, or by phone. Produced by AEG Live.
Closed captioning for the 10 o'clock news is brought to you by Comcast.
Time's running out on your chance to save big and get 2 great services for the price of 1. Call now and get Comcast Digital Voice Local with More and blazing fast high-speed internet for just $42.95 a month for 12 months. That's 12 popular calling features and unlimited local calling, along with internet download speeds up to 15 megabits per second with Power Boost. It's like getting 2 great services for the price of 1 for an entire year. Hurry, call 1-800-COMCAST today.
The federal government is giving victims of the 2007 Vernonia flood some more time to find a permanent home. Those left homeless by the major flooding were given trailers by the government. The previous deadline to move out was June 8th. FEMA now says those people can stay an additional 4 months if they need to. There are 18 families still using the government housing. The flood back in December of 2007 ruined more than 400 homes in that area. An Oregon man wanted on sexual assault charges is in custody tonight after getting caught in Indiana. Indiana police arrested Michael LeMasters early this morning after a traffic stop there. He was driving a semi-tractor trailer. Now, LeMasters used to live in the Newburgh and Sherwood area. This is file video from a story that we did about him back in October. He faces charges of sexual abuse in 3 states over 14 years, and he's now waiting to be extradited back to Oregon.
A man convicted of killing a University of Portland student will stay in prison. Dennis Eidner is a Turkish national who says authorities were deceitful when they got him to come back to the U.S. to face the charges. The Oregon Court of Appeals rejected his arguments, citing a U.S. Supreme Court ruling on extradition treaties. The man is serving a life sentence for sexually assaulting and murdering Kate Johnson back in 2001.
Well, this picture here is pretty much going to tell the story for this evening. Man, I was out there for a lunch break and there was rain falling, not all that heavy, but it was annoying. The wind was blowing, it was chilly. And the good news, what a change coming up just for tomorrow even. And then we'll talk about the big warm up for the weekend coming up in my first live local forecast after the break.
A dramatic police chase is caught on camera. Look at that. Coming up, see how cops were able to rein in 3 suspects after they ran from the car.
Also, it seems like something you'd only see on a sci-fi movie, but right here in Portland, we will show you how local doctors were able to give a blind man his sight back.
And we'll answer this question. What's the story behind this front page New York Times picture, an American soldier caught with his pants down?
And hey, don't go anywhere. Just a reminder, your chance to win a $100 prepaid MasterCard just minutes away. We're going to give you the secret code word that you need when the 10 o'clock news continues.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Looking for a great local job? Here are a few Northwest jobs from Fox 12 Oregon, powered by JobDango.com. In Salem, Performance Health Technology is hiring a customer service representative. In Portland, Medical Society Staffing is hiring a physician assistant. And in Tiger, Mutual of Omaha is hiring a financial and insurance services representative. For details on these local jobs and thousands more, or to advertise your jobs, go to KPTV.com and click on Northwest Jobs at the left side of our homepage.
At Bob Lanfear's Beaverton Kia, we understand that it's going to take a screaming deal to get you to part with your hard-earned cash. $2,000 cash back, child's play. 10% discount off sticker? Well, you know where you can stick that. At Beaverton Kia, we have 08 Kia Spectras priced at $11,544. $11,544. That's over 30% off MSRP. And we're not talking about one at that price. We've got 25 of them, and every one of them has a discount over $5,000. Beaverton Kia, it's different here.
Thousands of Oregonians will lose their homes to foreclosure this year, but there is hope. First American Consulting Group is a locally owned company of top industry professionals assisting homeowners in renegotiating their mortgage throughout the Portland metropolitan area. If you're currently employed, struggling to make mortgage payments, or behind on those payments, and you want to keep your home, First American Consulting Group would like to hear from you. Call us today at 503-928-8889 for a free, no-obligation consultation.
The local woman who's getting special treatment from American Idol, why the surprise comes just in time for her. It's coming up on the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
The Ashley Furniture Home Store pre-Memorial Day factory authorized sale is now through Monday. Factory authorized prices. This beautiful sofa and love seat are just $5.99, plus no interest till 2011. Come visit us in Tanasbourne, Clackamas, and Salem.
Professor Langdon, can you help us?
This Friday, the phenomenon continues. Tom Hanks and director Ron Howard have topped the Da Vinci Code in every way imaginable. Angels and Demons, rated PG-13.
After more than 50 years, Joe Sports Outdoor and More is going out of business.
And we're down to the final weeks.
Everything must go, so prices have just been slashed again.
Now save 40 to 60% off store-wide.
Save 40 to 60% off all fishing, hunting, and camping equipment.
And 40 to 60% off all apparel, footwear, and athletic gear.
And save 40% off all Baja ATVs and motorized vehicles.
These are the last weeks to save 40 to 60% off everything.
Only at Joe Sports Going Out of Business Blowout Event.
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries in Portland and Salem have been selected to liquidate all overstocks from 4 Lazy Boy factories. $2 million of national Lazy Boy overstocks will be sold at the lowest prices in Lazy Boy history. Markdowns are huge now on recliners, sofas, sectionals, chairs, tables, and more. Financing is available. Hurry in now for best selections. For a limited time only, the Lazy Boy National Authorized Factory Liquidation, starting this week, all 6 area stores.
Authorities in Tillamook are hoping that you can help them find a missing woman. Sheriff deputies say that Marion Shelley went to the Tillamook Pharmacy on Main Avenue Tuesday morning. She has not been seen since. The 78-year-old woman was wearing a blue coat with a black collar, black pants, a white blouse, and red shoes. And she was driving a light green 1995 Mercury Sable with Oregon plates XMY335. If you know where she is tonight, call the Tillamook County Sheriff's Office.
The Willamina School Board voted, and a high school health clinic will be able to prescribe birth control to teenage girls. Last night, the school board voted 3-2 in favor of the plan. The school only has about 300 kids, but we're told 5 seniors have given birth this year, and 9 other girls are currently pregnant. The district's policy says the clinic will not offer pro-abortion counseling. The decision is getting some mixed reactions in the area.
It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it available to you.
As a parent, I disagree because I think it's our responsibility to work with our kids and to raise our kids.
The changes will go into effect immediately and continue in the 2009-2010 school year.
Tonight's Classrooms in Crisis focuses on the Evergreen School District. Now, they were looking to cut $15 million from next year's budget, but that's now changed. Now, a district administrator says they're looking at an $11 million deficit. The big news, no teachers are slated to be cut so far, but administrative and clerical positions may be on that chopping block. The district won't make a final decision on the 2009-2010 budget until August 25th.
School districts across Washington are warning teachers there will be job cuts coming. So far, the Washington Education Association says it knows of 615 confirmed cut positions and has heard of 2,500 more. A spokesman says that is just from about a third of the districts in the state. The deadline for districts to notify teachers is on Friday, so more of the 59,000 teachers and certified staff will know by then.
I'm Kevin Kawari, and here's what's coming up new tonight on the 11 o'clock news. Sex for sale, but not on Craigslist. Drastic measures being taken to stop the sex trade, some say got out of control. How the new rules could change the way you use the popular site. Well, he is no ordinary criminal. This guy can climb. Watch this sticky-fingered crook do his best Spider-Man impression as he climbs a wall to get the goods. And a missing kayaker rescued, and it's all caught on camera.
You doing okay? I think so.
Hear his first words after being plucked from the high waters and what he's telling reporters about his harrowing experience. That and much more coming up at the top of the hour on the 11 o'clock news.
And then there were two. America Has Spoken, and now American Idol's final showdown is set. Chris Allen and Adam Lambert got enough votes to compete in next week's big finale. Danny Goki, the 28-year-old from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, sang his final song for the show tonight. He performed You Are So Beautiful before his adoring fans and the judges. Well, Danny may be gone from American Idol, but that is not what Fox 12 viewers wanted. Last night we asked you who you thought should have been voted off before any results were announced, and you put both Chris and Adam above Danny. 39% of you thought Chris should be sent home. 37% thought Adam shouldn't have moved on. Remember, these results are not scientific.
Well, a St. John's woman really needed some good news about now, and she got some tonight. She's going to be front and center for American Idol's grand finale show next week. KPTV's Mark Hanrahan is live at the Fox 12 mobile newsroom now with her story. Mark.
Well, Wayne, the trading card company Upper Deck picked its American Idol sweepstakes winner, and the local woman who got that prize says the trip is exactly what she needed. Marty Goucher lost her job at a manufacturing plant in January, and she's been battling ovarian cancer for the second time around over the last several months. Well, she entered the contest by buying several packs of American Idol cards and then entering the codes from inside those packs of cards to Upper Deck's website. Well, her daughter got to give her the good news over the phone while she was at the hospital, and Marty says her heart rate has been way up.
Well, I think it actually took over a day before I heard from somebody from Upper Deck before I really, really believed it, you know, and I've been on a high since then, so I'm hoping the adrenaline will push me clear down to Hollywood and back home.
Well, her daughter, who is also her caretaker, also gets to go on that all-expense-paid trip with her. Both say they've never been to Hollywood, so they're looking forward to taking the sights down that way. And even though Danny Goki was eliminated tonight from Idol, she still hopes to get to meet him. Reporting live in the mobile newsroom tonight, I'm Mark Hanrahan, the 10 o'clock news.
And we do have more American Idol coverage later on tonight. Still ahead, we'll take a look back at how this was a season of firsts. That's later tonight, right here on the 10 o'clock news.
Chief Meteorologist Mark Nelson is here now with the check of the forecast. I have to say, as hideous as it was today out there, just knowing it's going to be so nice this weekend, I think everybody sort of got through it okay.
That's right, because when I look at the weather maps ahead, I think, oh, this is no big deal. So the garden is getting watered.
Sure.
Right.
Now it's going to get nice and warm. That's how spring is supposed to go, up and down, up and down.
We'll take it.
Yeah, I just don't like it when we have 2 or 3 weeks of rainy weather, which we haven't had this season. Okay. Let's take a look outside right now. And it still is raining in spots outside Pioneer Courthouse Square. You can see from our Fox Tower cam. Looking kind of wet out there. And it'll be wet off and on tonight. Look at our live radar. Temporarily, it is dry downtown, but you see a shower just to the northwest side of the city, up over the West Hills along Skyline there as you head out towards Cornelius Pass. And there are more showers to the west. But in general, things will be diminishing as we go through the nighttime tonight. You'll see some movement here from the west and then heading onshore through the Coast Range, and then also out into the Cascades as well. And that's about 2 hours worth of movement. And you see most of the showers appear to be to the north and to the south of the metro area, like down in Marion County, around Mount Angel, Monitor, Silverton, and then back towards Salem there. Okay, this afternoon, rainy also out at the beaches. We caught a nice view from our Chinook Winds beach cam. You also see some visitors stopping to preen their feathers, clean up, and then take off for the next flight, I guess. Appears to be a nice stopping ground for the seagulls out there. Tomorrow at the beach is much brighter. Looks like a beautiful day out at the Oregon coast with just a chance for a morning shower, mainly dry out at the beaches. We're 54 degrees here in Portland. That's very chilly. It won't drop much tonight. In fact, it'll hang probably right around 50 degrees here in Portland and 51 in Salem. The temperature's not going to move too far. But the weekend's looking better and better. The first weekend of May, remember, low 60s, mid 60s. We thought, well, okay, that's what you get for the beginning of May. Then last weekend, we had a bunch of sunshine, a beautiful weekend. Temperatures around 70. This weekend, we think we'll make it into the 80s, maybe just around 80. Maybe if we get lucky, one of the 2 days will be up in the mid 80s. Either way, it's going to feel like summer coming up this weekend. That's the big story. And the weather improvement begins tomorrow. Clouds moving off to the east now. Cool weather system moving off to the east. You don't see anything approaching from the west. It's a weak little May storm that's now moving off to the east, and it's going to be replaced by a big ridge of high pressure that comes up from the southwest here over the next 2 days. And as that builds in, the air mass really warms up. Snow levels, freezing levels go way up in the mountains, and hot weather will be just to our south. Cloud and rain forecast shows things really improving. Tomorrow afternoon, the clouds pretty much gone, so your Thursday afternoon looks nice, and Friday I think will be pretty much sunny after some brief morning clouds. So Let's do the weekend getaway here on the coast. We have the Seaside Wine Walk on Saturday. Reach the Beach goes from the Valley out to Pacific City on Saturday. I think both days near 70 out at the Oregon coast. Could see some low clouds return on Sunday morning. Cascades look warm and dry. Last skiing weekend up at Mount Bachelor. Notice past temperatures getting well up into the 60s, especially on Sunday. And then for Central Oregon, the pole pedal paddle event, they have that each year out at Bend. That's on Saturday. Bend should be about 70 on Saturday and about 80 on Sunday. So it's really going to feel like a June or July weekend all across the Northwest, not just here in the metro area. For tomorrow, east side, maybe a morning shower in the mountains mainly, otherwise just partly cloudy. About 68 for high temperature at the Dalles. Mount Hood tomorrow, maybe some morning showers, and then things dry out pretty quickly in the afternoon. Government Camp, still cool, 40 degrees for high, and as you saw, much warmer as we head into the weekend. Then west of the Cascades, tomorrow should be a pretty pleasant mid-May day, about average for this time of the year. Mid-60s here in the valleys, around 60 at the beaches, and just a risk for a shower in the first part of the day, but I have a feeling most of us will stay dry coming up for tomorrow. We start mild as well. I don't think temperatures will drop much below 50, and we should top out around 65 degrees, which is a good 10 degrees or so above what we had this afternoon. Now, Friday, brief morning clouds. I think Friday will probably be a mostly sunny day, and we eventually get just above 70 degrees. Saturday, we think into the lower 80s. Sunday, a little bit of a question mark. We think it'll still be sunny, but some of our models say we'll maybe not hit 85. We'll see. Either way, it'll be around 80 degrees or so. And then things will cool off definitely on Monday as the weather system comes through by Monday night. Of course, you can always get the latest forecast online at kptv.com.
Trouble comes in bunches in tonight's Final Cut, including more than 24 people who say someone shot at them on a West Coast freeway. A bunch of people who thought they were headed on a dream vacation found out they'd been scammed. And if you love surfing the web at your favorite watering hole, you could be in for a bunch of trouble. The Fox 12 investigators tell you why you might be in danger in the Final Cut next.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
It's Gage Auto Sales 10th anniversary sale. Over 300 top quality cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from, with millions of dollars in financing available. Find the right vehicle at the right price right now. The 10th anniversary sale going on now at Gage Auto Sales on McLaughlin in Milwaukee.
It's our best carpet sale ever. Buy any of our 15-year gold label carpets and get one room with the whole house installed for just $99. And for a limited time, we'll throw in the pad too. It's our best carpet sale ever at our best price. Hurry in.
Dial 503 Carpets.
Have you noticed there are roads in Oregon that unfold like love letters that you never want to stop reading? They say, "Dear Oregonian, thank you for taking part in my curvy curves and insane vistas. Let's never stop gathering the moss and the wisdom that gave us the craggy good looks that people from other places envy a little. These past 150 years, you've helped make me what I am. And if I do say so, vice versa."
While everyone else is trying to imitate your Pacific Northwest Hyundai dealers, nobody can say what Hyundai can say. Only Hyundai can say if you lose your job, you can bring it back with the Hyundai Assurance. Only Hyundai can say you're covered with America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000 miles. And only Hyundai really knows how to say sales event. Drive a Hyundai Sonata with more MPG and double the warranty of Camry. And right now, you'll get up to $3,500 in additional savings. Discover what only Hyundai can say. Visit your Pacific Northwest Hyundai dealers today.
The Happy Meal CD that some people say came with a distasteful surprise. Plus everything else you need to know next in the Fox 12 Final Cut.
Get ready for Founders Days at Fred Meyer. It's the biggest and best sale of the year with amazing buys throughout the store. Get grilling with beef ribeye steaks or colossal prawns, just $4.88 a pound during Founders Days at Fred Meyer.
It's the JCPenney biggest sale of the season. Everything at JCPenney is on sale. Save on all styles and all brands for her like Worthington, A&A, Liz & Co. and more. Save on all men's looks from all our brands like St. John's Bay, Izod, and PGA Tour. Save on cute styles for kids, all tops, all bottoms, all brands. All shoes, all bras, all bedding, all bath, all kitchen electrics, all jewelry, all furniture. Everything at JCPenney is on sale. Style, quality, and price matter. Go to jcp.com to see everything on sale.
Are you feeling alone? I'm feeling something, and it ain't no car loan.
Feel like you can't get alone?
Dick Says Yes, home of the original yes, introduces the Auto Loan Guarantee Program. At Dick Says Yes, we will get you approved guaranteed, or we will give you $100 cash.
I get paid in cash each week, and I got approved.
I'm self-employed, and we got a great van from Dick Says Yes.
Let Dick Says Yes get you approved for a Dick Hanna used car today.
Get ready for Founders Days at Fred Meyer. It's the biggest and best sale of the year with amazing buys throughout the store. Get our lowest price on a Samsung 40-inch LCD flat screen TV, just $699.99 during Founders Days at Fred Meyer.
Stand by the final cut in 3, 2, 1. Cue 'em.
The final cut begins with news across America tonight and some nervous drivers in California. That's because police say someone has shot at more than 24 cars in the Oakland area. Police say at least 5 shootings happened within a span of 5 minutes on Saturday. Now officers are patrolling the area at all hours trying to find the shooter. One woman says her daughter's car was hit on another nearby freeway.
And it scared me that somebody was actually shooting at my child, and she had a passenger in the car, and luckily it didn't hit the window or didn't hit her.
Investigators say they do have some leads in the case. Tonight at 11, the gruesome clues cops say the shooter left behind that could help them find him. A 13-year-old boy accused of making threats against teachers and classmates is in custody tonight after a nationwide search. Authorities say the Ohio teen took a rifle from his home and stole a neighbor's truck. Investigators say his journal had a list of teachers and students from his school. This is video of the school just after it closed. The boy was found in Tennessee. Authorities say it's believed he was headed to Florida, determined to live on his own.
Well, as if times were not tough enough these days, several families who thought they were going to be going on vacation are going to be staying home for the summer. Cops arrested a Florida woman 3 times, accused of ripping off families of their vacation money. Police say that the families thought that they were getting tickets to Disney World, but instead were giving a woman their hard-earned cash. That woman is now facing theft charges for selling the fake tickets on Craigslist.
The mother of the co-pilot from the Pacific Northwest involved in that plane crash near Buffalo, New York, says the airline is using her daughter as a scapegoat. For the past 2 days in Washington, D.C., the actions of co-pilot Rebecca Shaw and Captain Marvin Renslow have been closely examined. At hearings today, investigators say Shaw had a lack of sleep the night before the plane crash, while her mother feels angry at what she heard today.
I think I walked out of the hearings in shock because I truly felt that both she and the captain had been used as a scapegoat.
The crash killed all 49 people on board the plane and 1 in a house it slammed into back in February.
The war on terror doesn't wait for troops to put their pants on. Just ask a soldier from Texas. Somebody took pictures of Zachary Boyd in Afghanistan in the middle of a firefight right there in his boxer shorts. And that picture just appeared on the cover of the New York Times. The soldier told his parents that enemies started firing as he was getting ready for bed, so he had no choice but to fire back in his underwear. His mother says the 19-year-old has always had a good sense of humor.
And he can play golf in his boxers, and now he's shooting the Taliban in his boxer.
Zachary's on a peacekeeping mission in the mountains of Afghanistan. His pink boxers say, if you're curious, I love New York.
A wild ending to a police chase caught on camera. Check this out. The chase started after a routine traffic stop in Los Angeles and came to an end when the driver hit a parked car. You can see the driver tried to get away, but ran into a dead end and then, watch this, just laid down for officers. And when the first officer got there, though, check this out. Look at that. He kicked the guy before the other officers arrested him. No word on what charges that driver will face. In tonight's Consumer Watch, is the McDonald's Happy Meal exposing your kids to profane music? Well, some families are saying yes. McDonald's is handing out Kids Bop CDs with its Happy Meals. A mother and grandmother in Alabama complained that the lyrics are not appropriate. The McDonald's CD features kids singing popular songs. The concerned family says on Gavin DeGraw's hit, I Don't Want to Be, the singer's supposed to say the word looking, but they claim it says the F word instead.
Well, if my little grandson learns it, he's going to go to school and sing it, and then that's going to be terrible, because if they listen to the CD on that first verse, they can hear what we hear.
An Alabama TV station reports one McDonald's restaurant has pulled the CD from Happy Meals just because of all the complaints. Verizon is selling off traditional telephone service to focus more on wireless communication. Verizon agreed today to sell divisions that service nearly 5 million phone lines in 14 states, including Oregon. Frontier is the buyer at a price of more than $3 billion and more than $5 billion in stock. Verizon has 300,000 customers in Oregon and says they will still get great service.
If you like relaxing at your favorite coffee shop, maybe surfing the web, well, take special note of this next story. Experts tell the Fox 12 investigators that many local wireless hotspots are not safe and that anyone can see what you're surfing and emailing right from your laptop. The result could be disastrous if you're sending personal information regarding things such as your finances. KPTV's David Wilson has more on this story.
Be aware that when you're on a public network, it's public. Anything that you send across that's unencrypted is going to be, it can be seen by anybody.
Internet security expert Sam Silverberg says surfing the web and using email on public wireless systems like at coffee shops
I can monitor traffic.
Can expose your personal information to strangers or worse yet, criminals.
So I can see what web pages people go to. I can capture the data that they're sending to the web pages.
During a recent demonstration, Silverberg showed our camera crew how he could easily watch internet users on an unsecured public Wi-Fi system.
You're going to a home page on this server 192, 147, 239, 33.
Using software downloaded for free from the internet, Silverberg was able to track where our Fox 12 laptop traveled on the internet and what information we downloaded.
So you went to catlin.edu?
Fortunately, it was only a demonstration, no harm done. But experts say petty criminals armed with mediocre laptops, a little knowledge, and free software could do real damage.
And if I see a password and it has an equal sign, I would know that I'm collecting a password, or if it says username.
Silverberg says a crook could watch someone's computer activity in real time or capture the information to be viewed later at home. The best protection is to only use hardwire systems when sending confidential information online.
There are a lot of people with very voyeuristic tendencies. Well, how many of those people also have the small amount of skill necessary to monitor Wi-Fi networks? There's probably a reasonable number of them.
Internet security expert Andrew Plato of the Anisian Company says determining how many people or criminals might be monitoring public Wi-Fi systems is impossible. But he says if you must use wireless, make sure it is highly secure because you can't tell who might be watching.
And the problem is that there's no way of really knowing who that is. The guy sitting in the corner who looks like Mr. Businessman, there's no reason it couldn't be him.
In Portland, David Wilson, the 10 o'clock news.
Now here's a tip for you. Experts agree that the best security system for Wi-Fi is something called WPA2. They say many of the older encryption technologies can be easily hacked.
All right, now in the final cut, your chance to win a $100 prepaid MasterCard. Just head to pdxrewards.com for tonight's secret code. 2 words tonight, gift card. Once you enter them into your account, you'll be eligible to win that $100 MasterCard. No strings attached, so good luck. And that's tonight's final cut.
Stay tuned because after the break, it has been a season of Idol. First, you know that, and we're going to show you how Season 8 is going to be one for the history books.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Thursday, it's the mind-blowing Bones season finale.
We are a very exciting couple.
You have to see to believe. Then, on Hell's Kitchen, it's Judgment Day for the final 2. Who will walk away head chef in their own restaurant?
The winner of Hell's Kitchen is...
Hell's Kitchen season finale.
Thursday at 8 on Fox 12 Oregon.
We want your truck. We need your truck. Car Chevy World needs used trucks, any make, any model, and we'll pay top dollar for your truck. Or you can trade it in on one of over 150 Chevy trucks in stock, like $12,995 for a loaded Chevy Silverado. That's right, only $12,995 for the longest-lasting, best-built truck on the road.
Only the Northwest's largest Chevy dealer can pay top dollar for your truck. So come to Car Chevy World in Beaverton, where salaried salespeople see it your way.
Celebrate spring with a $400 savings on a premium Serta mattress set from Bedmart. A foam-encased Serta for just $5.99 with nothing down and no interest for 12 months. Hurry in, quantities are limited. Sleep well, save money. Bedmart.
It's our best carpet sale ever. Buy any of our 15-year gold label carpets and get one room with the whole house installed for just $99. And for a limited time, we'll throw in the pad too. It's our best carpet sale ever at our best price. Hurry in. Dial 503 Carpets.
The leader who wants to make it easier for you to get your hands on marijuana. Coming up on the 11 o'clock news. First, live local.
The Northwest leader in new home liquidation, newhomesale.org, is back with our biggest sale ever. Over 100 new homes by 3 award-winning builders must be sold by June 30th. These quality homes have full warranties and many include neighborhood parks, open spaces, pools, clubhouses, and other luxury amenities. These homes are located in great neighborhoods across the Portland, Vancouver, and Salem areas. To view the entire inventory of homes, go to www.newhomesale.org.
Give your children the gift of lifelong memories this year with this 21-foot trail sport that weighs just 3,380 pounds for $151 a month. Choose from Oregon's largest selection at Curtis Trailers, Portland and Beaverton.
The fajita burrito. Oh yeah, with those roasted vegetables and the chipotle sour cream. It's like getting Ginger and Marianne at the same time. Awesome.
Taco Del Mar, keeping it real.
We're always glad to see you at J. Lee's Gladstone Honda. With the Northwest's largest service center and showroom, it's easy to do business at J. Lee's Honda. Come see us today on Southeast McLaughlin Boulevard in Gladstone or at jlees.com. You'll be glad you did.
I don't know, Doc. I feel all bloaty.
That's because I plumped you. I injected you with salt water. You actually weigh more. People have to pay more. A lot of chickens have it done.
Say no to plumping. Foster Farms. Always natural, always fresh.
Next time on Better, the overnight sensation from Britain's Got Talent, Paul Potts. Plus, hot summer reads for your kids. Tomorrow at a new, better time, 10 a.m.
In news around the world tonight, the world's biggest computer chip maker has been slapped with a huge fine. Intel could have to fork over nearly $1.5 billion. The European Union, is finding the computer giant. Regulators say that Intel gave computer makers hidden discounts in exchange for buying its products. They also say Intel paid the companies to not use competitors' products. Intel plans to appeal that ruling.
A medical miracle tops tonight's Health Watch. Northwest Portland doctors have given a man his sight back nearly 17 years after he went blind. An industrial accident burned Ed Partika's eyes in 1992 so he could only see foggy outlines of people. Countless surgeries failed, but at Legacy's Devers Eye Institute, they replaced the cornea or lens of his left eye with a thin plastic material, and within hours, he could see.
I'm sure you've had something exciting in your life happen, and it's just like you're riding that high all the time. Well, that's where I'm at, and I don't know, it's just every time I turn around, it's another high for me.
Patika will have his left eye done in about 2 months. He says he is especially looking forward to going hunting this fall.
The DTV deadline is approaching once again, and this time experts say most people seem to be ready. Federal communications representatives were in Portland today to remind everyone about the switch from analog TV that happens on June 12th. On that day, all televisions will need to be able to get a digital signal or have that converter box. Digital activists say that they're especially working to make sure that the poor, elderly, and uneducated are ready for the big switch. And if you have any questions whatsoever about the transition to digital television, we hope you'll join us tomorrow night at 11 o'clock. We'll be answering your questions during our Fox 12 special report, Understanding the Digital Transition. Again, it airs tomorrow night, 11 o'clock, right here on Fox 12.
Now that just 2 contestants remain on American Idol, we're taking a look back at some of the highlights of Season 8.
And more than anything else, this has been really a season full of firsts. Just last week, Judge Paula Abdul performed on the Idol stage for the first time. She sang her new single, I'm Just Here for the Music. Abdul released a greatest hits album 2 years ago.
Season 8 also brought several firsts for the contestants. During last week's performances, Allison and Adam and Chris and Danny each performed duets. Allison and Adam sang Slow Ride by Foghat, and Chris and Danny sang Renegade by Styx. The 4 contestants each sang an individual song as well. That was the week voters sent Allison home. This was also the first year the judges were given the power to save a contestant. You might remember when it was Down to the top 7, Matt Giroud received the fewest number of votes, but the judges used their power to keep him for the next week. When the top 7 returned the next week, Lil Rounds and Anoop Desai both went home that night.
Of course, the most obvious first this year was the addition of a new judge, Kara DeGuardi. And after getting rave reviews in the beginning, Kara did run into a few bumps in the road this season, starting when Paula said that she didn't think that adding a 4th judge worked for the show. Now both Kara and Paula, though, say they're on good terms. Kara also opened up for the first time about her longtime eating disorder during this season's run. We hope you will join us next week as we find out who will be the next American Idol. You can watch the final 2 go head-to-head in a special 2-hour presentation on Tuesday night. Then tune in for the 2-hour results show Wednesday night, followed, of course, by the 10 o'clock news.
I'm Kevin Kawari. Coming up next on the 11 o'clock news, a big announcement from Craigslist tonight, how the popular website is trying to stop people from selling sex online and what they're going to do that could change the way you search the site. This judge says he's tired of seeing deadbeat dads come into his courtroom. See how he's come up with a unique sentence involving daytime TV to get them to clean up their act and write the check. First, a live look outside. You want it to dry out? Well, it just might. Drew Jackson will have a look at the forecast coming up on the 11 o'clock news in less than 3 minutes.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Leif's Auto Collision, free loaner vehicles.
It's not an exact match, but, you know, good enough.
Paging Dr. Ross. Please report to emergency immediately.
Ow! Honey, ow! Honey, we can come back if we have any problems, right?
Oh, you'll be fine.
I'm so confident in our superior quality, I back it up with a transferable lifetime warranty. We do it right the first time without charging extra. At Leif's, I'm on your side.
Arby's new Bacon Cheddar Roast Burger, made with freshly sliced roast beef, cheddar cheese, and thick-cut pepper bacon. It's the burger done better. One bite will have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
It's Gage Auto Sales 10th anniversary sale. Over 300 top-quality cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from, with millions of dollars in financing available. Find the right vehicle at the right price right now. The 10th anniversary sale going on now at Gage Auto Sales on McLaughlin in Milwaukee.
Our bank, the one that handles our finances, has been acquired. I want to convey that I am very confident that we will. What they did do is give me a phone number here. Now, I don't know if this is actually a specific person. This morning it was Steve. It's not going well. I managed to actually get through this whole thing this morning. I wish I'd
Sterling Savings Bank.
left a trail of breadcrumbs for you.
Now more than ever.
Go to KPTV.com for news that's first, live, local.
The news doesn't stop, and neither do we. It's your first live local news and weather at the time that's right for you. The 8 o'clock news on PDX TV, powered by Fox 12 Oregon.
It's our best carpet sale ever. Buy any of our 15-year gold label carpets and get one room with the whole house installed for just $99. And for a limited time, we'll throw in the pad too. It's our best carpet sale ever at our best price. Hurry in.
Dial 503 Carpets.
With thousands of satisfied patients, discover why Dr. Jerry Darm and Aesthetic Medicine have grown to become one of the largest medical spas on the West Coast. Call today for a free consultation or visit online at drdarm.com.
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries in Portland and Salem have been selected to liquidate all overstocks from 4 Lazy Boy factories. $2 million of national Lazy Boy overstocks will be sold at the lowest prices in Lazy Boy history. Markdowns are huge now on recliners, sofas, sectionals, chairs, tables, and more. Financing is available. Hurry in now for best selections. For a limited time only, the Lazy Boy National Authorized Factory Liquidation, starting this week, all 6 area stores.
In the future, you'll be able to erase wrinkles with a revolutionary patch you wear for only 20 minutes. The future is now. Introducing Wrinkle-Free Eyes. New microcharged patches deliver retinol deeper than ever before possible. Clinically proven to reduce wrinkles up to 85% in only 20 minutes. Wrinkle-Free Eyes microcharged patches from University Medical.
Now on Fox 12 Oregon, this is the 11 o'clock news.
New at 11 tonight, caught in a twister. Watch these storm chasers get too close for comfort, and the storm starts to chase them right back. Also, it's a bra made only for the single ladies. How this wearable technology is supposed to help women score a ring finger rock. And caught on camera, a climbing burglar tries to break in the hard way. See how he does it when we take you to the edge. I'm Kevin Kawari. And new at 11, the same night, the so-called Craigslist killer stands accused of using the popular website to find his victims. Craigslist is changing its ways. Now that alleged crime appears to have spurred big changes to the online classified site. KPTV's Andrew Padula is live now with how it could change the way everyone surfs Craigslist. Andrew?
Well, Kevin, tonight Craigslist is saying it's shutting down its erotic services category, which critics say is basically a place to advertise prostitution. Now, a new adult section will go up to be monitored by Craigslist employees. The move comes in the face of possible legal problems. One lawsuit alleges Craigslist had created the, quote, largest source of prostitution in America. Now, the website is hoping this latest move will address those concerns. The new adult service ads also will carry a fee, and some people we talked to say that's a good thing.
Definitely, I think they should charge and make it stricter for the adult section.
There's a bunch of sickos on there.
Now, the Washington State Attorney General's office says the pressure to remove the erotic services category increased this spring after a Boston medical student was charged with killing a masseuse who authorities say he met through Craigslist. Now, last week, several attorney generals met with Craigslist officials to address the concerns. And then today, there was a national policy summit to address strategies to empower children and parents about how to use online technology safely. Reporting live from the Fox 12 Mobile Newsroom tonight, Andrew Padula, the 11 o'clock news.
And while Craigslist changes its ways, a Washington State man stands accused of trying to use a Craigslist ad to find someone he could murder. Now he's entered a plea in court. Sean Skelton is charged with conspiracy to commit murder. The judge wouldn't let cameras show his face for his protection. Prosecutors say Skelton posted an ad in the casual encounters category on Craigslist. He was allegedly looking for a woman who would have sex with him and then let him kill her. Seattle police say Skelton showed up at a motel with a knife and chain. Skelton entered a plea of not guilty. He faces 13 years in prison if convicted. And now to local headlines at 11. A local business owner will now think twice about who he hires after he says one of his longtime employees embezzled thousands of dollars from him. KPTV's Sophie Song has the story.
Only on 12, Longview police are investigating an embezzlement case after the owner of Baker's Corner store on Ocean Beach Boulevard says one of his employees stole thousands of dollars from him. Store owner Terry Wallace says Connie Mesner has worked at the store for nearly 30 years and was a close family friend. Longview police started their investigation last month after Wallace noticed that the numbers were not adding up. Wallace believes Mesner may have embezzled money over a period of several years. Longview police say Mesner is accused of stealing more than $2,000. They have now referred Mesner to the Cowlitz County prosecutor for first-degree theft charges. Reporting in Longview tonight, Sophie Song, the 11 o'clock news.
Tonight, Salem police are looking for two suspects accused of robbing a local coin store, forcing the owner to his knees with a taser. Now, empty display cases show just how much the suspects went after, stealing about 200 pounds worth of coins. The owner, Art Van Wertsen, says the two came in and asked him to show them a belt buckle. But right after, he says he was tased, handcuffed, and forced to the floor. The robbers then went so far as to put up black plastic over the windows and then spent nearly 30 minutes ransacking the place. A customer arrived to notice something was wrong and called police. Tonight, they are still investigating, and if you have any information in the case, you can call Salem Police. In Salem tonight, Chad Carter, the 11 o'clock news.
Newly released numbers for people living in the state of Washington show a number of reported car thefts have spiked dramatically. The report released this week by the Washington State Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs found while overall crime was down in Clark County in 2008, car thefts were up by about 19% when compared to 2007. Local police really don't have a clear explanation for the spike, but say part of the blame can be placed on budget cuts and personnel changes within law enforcement. This year, though, the Vancouver Police Department is working to cut down on car thefts with the formation of the Auto Theft Task Force. And police say so far this year that task force has cut down dramatically the number of reported car thefts by about 50%. The latest numbers when compared to the same time in 2008. In Vancouver, Mark Hanrahan, the 11 o'clock news.
In news across America tonight, Anna Nicole Smith's longtime companion and 2 psychiatrists say they had nothing to do with her death. Howard K. Stern and 2 psychiatrists were in a Los Angeles courtroom today. They faced charges in connection with her overdose death. All 3 pleaded not guilty. Prosecutors say they provided Smith with prescription drugs. They now face 6 felony counts. Anna Nicole Smith died in 2007 of an accidental overdose. Tonight, the Coast Guard is searching for anyone who might be alive after a boat tipped over off the coast of Miami, dumping dozens of people in the water. The accident happened this morning. So far, there are 9 confirmed deaths. Coast Guard rescue crews say they will search through the night to try and find survivors. So far, they say they pulled at least 16 people out alive. President Obama does an about-face when it comes to releasing pictures of detainees being abused. Tonight, President Obama says he will try to block the court-ordered release of photos that show U.S. troops abusing prisoners. It's an abrupt reversal of his original position. He says he's concerned the pictures could, quote, further inflame anti-American opinion and endanger U.S. forces in Iraq and Afghanistan. Tonight, many conservatives say it's the right move. Cops say someone is targeting drivers along a California freeway. That someone is a sniper. Investigators say on Saturday there were 5 shootings in a span of 5 minutes between 11 and midnight on the interstate in Fremont. Officers say it appears the shooter is using a pellet gun or an air rifle. Now more people are coming forward saying they may have been victims on other freeways, but tonight a possible break in the case. Police say they've found a bunch of dead birds where the shooter was, and they say that could help them find the gunman. In news from around the world tonight, the former president of Mexico makes a controversial announcement. Vicente Fox is calling for the decriminalization of marijuana. Fox, who was Mexico's president from 2000 to 2006, told CNN the current policy clearly isn't working. He made the remarks as drug violence in Mexico escalates. Fox said levels of drug use might remain the same, but violence would be significantly reduced because the cartels would no longer control the supply.
Now, Portland's first complete forecast at 11 from your first live local weather team.
Oh, my goodness, it was a dreary day today. Weather system slid on through, brought unusual amounts of rain for this time of year, about a ½ inch in the Portland area. So a very wet day for May, but there is a big change in the weather pattern here coming up. That's still going to set us up to have a nice weekend. Outside live right now, it's still blustery out, too. That south wind blowing 10 to 20 miles per hour. And so the breezes will continue here for the next few hours, as will some of the showers. Here's a look at the live radar right now. You can see from I-5 West, not a whole lot.
The people who help you along the way with the small stuff, the big stuff, and the important stuff. That's where American Family Insurance comes in. They'll get to know you before anything happens, so you'll receive the best care if something happens. Good choice. For over 80 years, American Family Insurance, the family you choose.
American Family Insurance.
While everyone else is trying to imitate your Pacific Northwest Hyundai dealers, nobody can say what Hyundai can say. Only Hyundai can say if you lose your job, you can bring it back with the Hyundai Assurance. Only Hyundai can say you're covered with America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000 miles. And only Hyundai really knows how to say sales event. Drive a Hyundai Sonata with more MPG and double the warranty of Camry. And right now, you'll get up to $3,500 in additional savings. Discover what only Hyundai can say. Visit your Pacific Northwest Hyundai dealers today.
Get ready for Founders Days at Fred Meyer. It's the biggest and best sale of the year with amazing buys throughout the store. Get our lowest price on a Samsung 40-inch LCD flat screen TV, just $699.99 during Founders Days at Fred Meyer.